Is it possible to create a great back with just calisthenics? Let's see. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book, and I've done an involuntary experiment now for the last 10 weeks, and I've basically been training just almost only with calisthenics. Outdoor training, no gym, very little equipment, and what has happened? Well, one thing is sure, I've shrunk. It's been really difficult to keep up my size, even though I've been eating the same way. And I tried first to cut down the calories a bit because I couldn't train as frequently and as much as I wanted. But now I've been trying to do more and more volume outdoors and more volume with calisthenics. And I gotta say, it's difficult not to use all the fine equipment that you have, and there are so many tools that you can use to make training easy, more fun, and give it more variation. And you actually realize it when you don't have those toys anymore. But still, now when I train my back, I try to find different type of handles, and pull-ups is of course a big part of back training when you do it the calisthenic way. And of course you could load a backpack full of water bottles or do something else to get some more weight, but I think it's sort of a limiting factor that you're always using your arms and you're pulling. So personally, I've been now trying to do these different type of pulls. I do mainly 4 different type of pulls. So I do a low row, and I do sort of a reverse bench press, like a horizontal pull-up, and then I do a regular pull-up, and then also a narrow grip pull-up. And this narrow natural grip pull-up, basically when you have your arms like this. And this is actually one of my favorite exercises in a gym setting, where you have a machine where you can pull and keep a good posture, and you can really flare out with the lats. And it's really one of my favorite exercises in the gym. And luckily I found a spot where you have these bars so you can do that. And that has been almost the most challenging, to find different type of rails and pull-up bar type of equipment, and just going to different parks trying to see where you can train, because a lot of the calisthenics equipment that is available has been just taped out and can be used in that. So it's been a bit tricky. And of course there are very limited exercises that you can do without the hands. And this is also a big difference from using equipment where you could actually pull more with your elbows, or you can do a resistance without the arms completely. So what I've done is just back extensions. Luckily I found a spot where to do that. I find that if you do just back extensions while laying on the stomach flat on the floor, you don't really get that range of motion that you need. But I think the biggest part and the biggest problem is that you can't use a lot of resistance. Of course, the more your body weight is, the more resistance you have. But to really isolate one muscle group in the back and just use a lot of weight, that's really difficult to do. So a lot of my movements when it comes to pulling is always both sides at the same time, so you don't have this unilateral movement either. And that's something you can do in a gym setting, where you can get much more motion and tension on the muscle, because you get much further out when you use just one side at a time. And that's something I'm really hoping I can get back into really soon. And just I can't wait till I get back into the gym and do all these different type of equipment. And you know, they have these cable machines. You can do cables. Of course you can use an elastic band, but it's not really the same thing, is it? Anyway, I hope you find a way to train your back, and if you have some good tips, please let me know. Trying to find out more and more about different variations that I can use. I'll be trying to do also just full eccentric training for the back, where I jump up in the pull-up and just lower myself down. But I think I just need more variation. So if you have any good ideas, put your comments down below. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon again.